I would like to invite now Mr. Mesrop Aramian, who will introduce us our last speaker for the morning, Father Mesrop Aramian.
Thank you. Father Mesrop Aramian is a priest of the Armenian Apostolic Church. He's a very unique individual. Over the past few days I've had the opportunity to get to know him again. He's a theologian, a scientist, a scholar, a writer and a translator. He is the founder in Armenia of the Kansasar Theological Center, a leading research and publishing center in Armenia specializing in the field of culture, spirituality, history and education. He is the founder and director of VEM Radio, an Armenia-based FM radio station broadcasting spiritual, cultural, educational shows and classical music. In fact, I first met him online when I listened to the last interview that was conducted by the late Hrant Dink. It was for VEM Radio, and it was an extremely eye-opening and moving interview where you realize what the assassination of Hrant Dink, how targeted it was, because we lost a great mind, and it is thanks to Father Mesrop's radio that his voice reverberated through the world for the last time. He's also the founder of VEM Media Arts, a video production studio. What is very unique is that not only did the Media Arts studio produce TV broadcasts on the topics that they specialized in, but it also produced 12 documentaries dedicated to a very serious issue in Armenia, which is environmental issues. Again, an unprecedented achievement. In association with a group of friends, Father Mesrop has established the IPE Educational Foundation, which is a key player in the field of education in Armenia today. I would like to add that his award-winning film, From Ararat to Zion, has played to sold-out theaters and audiences everywhere around the world, and its world television premiere will be tomorrow on Montreal PBS. So please watch it from 7 to 9 p.m. Father Mesrop will be there. And he has authored many books, articles, radio and TV shows, educational programs and projects. And today he will speak about a new approach to education, which he believes, and I too believe with him, that is a real foundation of creating a new ethos for unity and in identity. So without further ado, please welcome Father Mesrop.
In Armenia, with a group of friends, we are trying to establish a new learning environment. Basically, what we are doing at this moment, we are in the process of construction whole learning, a small city, full school campus, which will comprise high school, middle school, elementary school, church, media center, basically a whole range of important social institutions. We started this project from uniting people around the idea of education. This is very important to have, when you do something, do some project, really to have a critical mass of supporters who share your vision and also who want to contribute in this project. Without having a community with a virtue of learning, it's impossible to have sustainable educational institutions. In the beginning, it was a small group of friends, graduates of Yerevan Fizmat School, which was and still is one of the best schools in Armenia. And then this group of people graduated Moscow Institute of Physics and Technology, which was Soviet analog of MIT, became a large community of very interesting people from various corners of the world, from US, from Europe, from Russia, from Armenia, and with the name IPE Educational Club. The aim of IPE Educational Club is uniting people who have certain achievements due to education and who want to contribute in the education. What are key points of our idea? First of all, we want to have an educated generation committed to creating the future. We are now spoken here about the unity issues, how Armenians should be united. But it is obvious without education, without securing an educated generation, it's not possible to have any future, and it's not possible to speak about unity. We are convinced that Armenians should be united around education and around their values. In this, I think everybody is agreed. Everybody understands how important is education. And basically everything starts from education. That's why it's very important to secure educated generation, to secure a sustainable future. What we are doing right now in Armenia, it is not simply, creating a school, a good school or a learning environment. We want to expand this experience. Our goal is to create a strong Armenian schooling brand and then expand this experience not only in Armenia but in diaspora also. Because not only Armenia suffers from bad education now, I think that everybody will agree here that diaspora also suffers from good, not strong Armenian education here. Level of our schools are not very high. Armenian education now, secondary school education is not competitive. We survived centuries due to our education, high-level education, and our values. And in the century of education, in the age of education, now we are losing, our positions. So we have to focus our attention on this issue and create our own school brand, strong brand, and let our kids to have competitive education and also learn their language, culture, history, etc. We are proud to say that in Armenia we could gather around this idea a very strong group of professionals, people with values, experience, resources and capabilities. And right now our team of educators, teachers, scientists, artists can serve not only for one school, but so they are able to operate several schools in Armenia and in diaspora also. And simultaneously with this project, right now we are negotiating with the government of Cyprus to establish an Armenian school also there. Perhaps you heard about Louis Foundation. It was established in Armenia 2 years ago, and the purpose was to give scholarships to Armenian students in most competitive universities of the world. We started with 60 students. Last year we had 90, and this year we expect to have 200 students to get scholarship from Louis Foundation. I'm on the board of this foundation. This is a very unique process. First time Armenia is trying to somehow to combine, to design its human resources, valuable resources worldwide. During summer we are organizing for these students summer university. They come from all corners of the world to Armenia, and it is really very unique experience to have all these bright students from Harvard, from MIT, from Stanford and other universities in Armenia. They work in various villages, regions of Armenia, and then they come together and share their ideas and their experience. We are not only giving them some scholarship, we permanently, work with them. They feel Armenia's presence in their life. They are all connected into one network, LUIS network. And in future, we want to connect students when they graduate with the Armenian business in Armenia or in Armenian diaspora. Thus, we want to use this huge potential for Armenians. Our eventual goal is to have a network of such educational environments in worldwide. And the first step will be Cyprus project. We sent a business plan to Cyprus government, and by the invitation of the President of Cyprus, so we were there. So they expressed strong willingness to have such a school in Cyprus, because Western Armenian language, that is among dying languages now. It is recognized as dying language in the world. The European Union took some responsibilities to defend, Western Armenian language, and Cyprus is the country in European Union who took the role protect the Western Armenian language. And in Cyprus, they don't have high school after closing Melkonian school. They don't have high school. Students can learn Western Armenian language. And they were very happy when we presented our project. They are ready to work with us. So right now we are working with their Ministry of Education, working on various details. Hopefully in a year we will be ready to launch also this project in Cyprus. In education we did a lot of projects in Armenia, because we wanted to see how this or that educational component works real life. So we did pilot projects in various schools. We established really 21st century labs of physics, chemistry, biology in Armenia's best schools, in Fizmat school and in other schools. Also we launched intensive subject courses for the talented students. Physics, mathematics, chemistry, English. We're proud to say that now we have only in MIT 4 students from Armenia, undergraduate students. Also we organized nationwide competitions for the students of high school. And in Kangaroo mathematical competition last year, 40,000 kids participated only in this competition. It is not just a competition, but real movement of young people in Armenia. Also languages and other subjects, we have competition. We also organized master classes and trainings. We give awards to best teachers for Armenia. Basically, we did all these projects to understand the real potential of Armenia, to understand how this or that technology works on the real environment, what is the potential of teachers in Armenia, to understand what kind of school we can have there established there. But we invite also as teachers, not only from schools, but also from real science, real art, real creative people. And we want the school to be really the center of creative activity. And we want to unite together around school real science, real art, to make school center of social life. And this is a picture of founders. So we gathered in a small apartment in Moscow. This is at young David's apartment. He's half Armenian and half Chinese. And people called him Russian Bill Gates. He is the father of Russian IT industry. We can know him. So everything started from this small apartment 5 years ago. Not only is important, modern learning technologies, but also Armenian schooling traditions. We want to create an environment when you can feel not only future, see the presence of the future, but also see the spirit of your history. And for us, important is not only knowledge, what we pass to the kids, but also virtues. What kind of virtues we really give them? What sense of responsibility we give them? This is, for example, chemistry lab, which we built Fismat school. For years, we had very productive collaboration with the MIT Media Lab and also with Harvard University. And we are proud to say that the campus design of iLearning Camp is a joint project of MIT Architectural School and Harvard Design School. And this is a design charrette at MIT, headed by Bill Mitchell, a renowned architect and author of the MIT campus. This is our intensive courses, subject courses. Arsen Mamikonian now is studying at MIT. Narek Tormasyan is at Stanford. We also are glad that Armenian government gave also his full support to this project. The President of Armenia promised to cover 10% of all expenses of this project. About the methodology, what kind of school this should be. We didn't want to just copy this or that system. I mean, to be international baccalaureate school or English A-level school or advanced placement school. Although all these systems are very strong and they have really the best practices and best methodologies from all these systems, and not only I mentioned the systems, but also from the Soviet educational system. Textbook you see on the screen right now are in process of translation, and we are trying also to bring a new learning culture, new learning methodologies to Armenia. These are, to our opinion, best textbooks of math, chemistry, biology, and other subjects. And this is really a very huge and significant task to translate all these good textbooks into Armenian and give Armenian kids a chance to have a very competitive, education in Armenia. Thank you.